so desire for this very heart you have shaped for your pleasure, purpose to lift your name high. Give your head.
Welcome to Christian Focus, and of course, as usual, this is another wonderful day the Lord has made for us. Rejoice and be glad. Big Sam is here to give you another wonderful session so that your life is not the same again. As usual, right on Christian Focus, we start with our word of wisdom. Let's do the word of wisdom right about time now.
Give your head.
Thank you so much for joining us one more time. This is Christian Focus with me, Big Sam, and your moment of wisdom. Now, today I want to focus on what you put in your mind. Your mind has been redesigned by God that everything that you put right there can come alive. Whatever that you put and feed your mind with can surely come out the way you want to come, the way you want it to be. If you feed your mind with poverty thoughts, definitely poverty shall be your portion. You feed your mind with a rich man's mindset, you will be a rich man. If you feed your mind with corruption, definitely you'll be corrupt. Why? Because your brain has been created by God, that whatever you feed it with, it shall surely come to pass. Now, my dear, my brother, feed your brain with what is positive. I hate negative energy, because whatever that you do that is negative shall, in fact, it shall come back to be negative in your life. Feed yourself with positivity. Know that you can make it. That's what the Bible says. Let the weak say, I am strong. When you know that you're weak, you don't localize yourself with weakness. The Bible keeps on saying, let the poor say, I am rich. I know that there's a lot of issues happening around your life. But when you feed your mind that you can make it, whatever that you say that you can, so you can. And I say today, right here on Christian Focus, feed your mind with the positivity of it. You will work out a victorious man. This is a word of wisdom right here on Christian Focus. Stay tuned, because later I am going to be introducing to you Dr. Kim Kisung, all the way from International Youth Fellowship. He is a passionate man who is going to be speaking to you nothing else but the heart of God. Uganda, let's enjoy the moment. Beloved, today is a beautiful day the Lord has made for us. Rejoice and be glad. And I know that your tuning in today is going to make your life better. Of course, we have a visitation from International Youth Fellowship, and it cannot only be laced by having a Dr. Kim Ki-sung all the way from Korea. He is the Director of Police and Correction Education. Today we are so delighted, because I tell everybody that if you do not seek knowledge and understanding, you will be left on the same level every other time. So today we have a man of God who has traveled thousands of miles to come and give us what we need to hear. As Ugandans, this is our season. This is our season to step ahead and focus in the future, because the future is brighter. Just like the motto goes, for God and my country, God is here. And of course, from Korea, Dr. Kim Ki-sung is just right here to give us what we need to know right about this season. This is Christian Focus, and I know that your life is not going to be the same again. Doctor, it is great to have you around here today.
여기서 만나서 반갑습니다.
Thank you for coming.
Nice to meet you.
네, 반갑습니다.
I hope you're enjoying Uganda.
우간다를 참 즐기시기 바랍니다.
네,
Thank you.
좋았습니다.
That is great. Now, I know this is going to be a very interesting topic, but today we want to talk about the importance of Bible training theology. But let me start by allowing these two gentlemen to introduce themselves today.
소개하고 시작하겠습니다.
네, 저는 교도소에서 오랫동안 살았습니다.
I was living in the prisons for a long time,
교도소에서 이 마인드 교육을 접하게 됐고,
but I met the mind education in prison.
또 교도소에서 IIF를 만났습니다.
I met IYF in the prison.
그 출소해서 저는 이 마인드 교육을 제자들에게 하고 싶었어요.
After I released from the prison, I wanted to have this mind education to inmates.
저는 한국에서 온 김기성
My name is Kim Gi-sung, director, and I'm from Korea.
Wow, thank you. It is great to have you around Uganda today.
예, 여기 우간다에 계셔서 참 감사합니다.
And of course, I've got someone who is the elaborate or the little right here. He understands. Do you understand Luganda too, right? Just a little bit. All right, please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Tae Young Her, and currently I'm serving Uganda as a Deputy Country Director of IYF Uganda.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. I know that we're going to be blessed, but we want to go straight into the core of today. We want to understand why is it very important for people to go and have a Bible school training or theological training. Now, you very well know that some time back, Luanda, the president of Luanda, actually closed many churches in Luanda. Why? Because they did not have theological training. We have tried to push it right here in Uganda, so that every pastor, every man of God, every believer should at least get a chance of theological training. But many people don't know the real impact of why should they be joining theological training. And we have Dr. Keesung right here who is going to make sure that he walks us through why is it important to do a theological training. Doctor, we want to find out, I know God has given you a mandate and you're opening up one theological training center right here in Uganda, right? Where about?
여기 우간다에서 이제 이렇게 신학교를 하고 계신데 어디서 하고 계십니까?
막베이션 교도소.
In Makshan Bay Prison.
Makshan Bay Prison.
Yes.
So you're going to make it a theological school right there in Makshan Bay.
뭐 이렇게 신학교로 만들 건가요?
네, 신학교 지금 운영하고 있습니다.
Yeah, we as a theological school we are running it now.
Oh, that's great. So when someone graduates from the prison, what do they have? A diploma?
뭐
A
이렇게
certificate?
교도소에서 이렇게 신학교 과정을 마치고 이렇게 졸업을 하면 뭐 어떤 학위를 받는 것입니까? 아니면 어떻게 되는 겁니까?
추수하면 저희 센터에 나와서 보충 교육을 받습니다.
When they are released from the prison, they come to our center and they have more educations and training.
So you only deal with people that are released from the prison?
사실 이 출소된 분들과만 이렇게 교육을 하시는 겁니까?
아닌데 그렇지는 않습니다.
No, it's not.
누구든지.
Whosoever it is, even in the prison, we are training them.
So does it mean that someone has to be a Christian? What do they do? Is it anyone who feels like, or you pick particular
예를
people?
들어서 뭐 기독교인이어야만 되는 거요? 아니면은 저희가 무슨 선택을 해서 하는 건가요? 아니면은 누구든지 원하는 대로 다 할 수 있나요?
그렇지 않습니다. 누구든지 원하는 다 할 수 있습니다.
Whosoever they want, they can join this.
Oh, okay.
Regardless their Christianity or Muslim, what if they want to join, they can join.
They can join.
Yeah.
All right, we want to start up by saying, why is it very important for someone to study theology?
왜 이런 사람들이 이런 신학 이런 거를 배워야 됩니까?
그건 당연히 배워야 될 게 뭐냐면 신앙을 정확하게 알면 행복해질 수밖에 없어요.
You know, this theological understanding, it comes to the spiritual life, and when you understand about the spiritual life, your life can be happy.
그 사람이 신앙을 잘 몰라서
Because people they do not know about the spiritual life,
신앙이 부담스럽고
and they feel burdensome.
어렵고 피곤하다고 생각.
They feel it's difficult.
신앙은 굉장히 잘.
But spiritual life is really natural and is good way.
그 부분에 대해서 조금만 더 설명하자면.
If I added some more explanation,
한국은 일본에게 36년 동안 식민 생활했습니다.
Korea has been under the colonization of Japan for 36 years.
36?
Yes.
네.
Woo.
그리고 바로 해방이 되고 나서.
But after right away the independent, we had a Korean War.
전쟁을 통해서 우리나라는 완전히 젖더미.
Through the Korean War, all we became the ash.
그때 당시 우리나라의 GNP가 약 50불, 60불.
The time the GNP in Korea was $50 to $60.
지금 우간다의 GNP가 약 한 700불 내지 800불.
Now Uganda GNP is like 700 to 800.
근데 지금 한국의 GNP는 3만 원.
But the GNP now in Korea is about 30,000 USD.
약 500배 이상.
It's about 500 times above.
이 한국이 발전할 수밖에 없었던 이유가 딱 한 가지.
You know, there's one reason why Korea could make this development up to today.
몇몇 사람이 가지고 있는.
Because of the few people's mindset.
네. 마인드가 바뀌면 300배, 500배 일하기 시작.
When people's mindset change, it can work like 300 times, 500 times.
우리나라에 대통령이 계셨는데
We have a president in Korea before.
우리나라 가장 어려웠을 때
When we had such a difficult time in Korea,
우리나라 자원 자체가 없으니까
even Korea has no natural resources.
해외에서 달러를 벌어와야 한다.
We must get the money from abroad.
이런 생각을 가지고 있어요.
He had that thought.
그래서 장관들을 소집을 했습니다.
That's why he gathered the ministers.
나는 달러를 벌어야 한다.
I want to have dollars from abroad
그래서 우리 국민들을 배부리게 하고
so that we can feed our nation.
그래서 나는 중동 건설 사업에 뛰어들고 싶다.
I want to do this, the Middle East construction works.
자네들이 해외 사우디 현장에 갔다 와라.
Please go the field in Saudi, the Middle East.
장관들이 갔다 와서
And the minister, they investigated and they came.
각각 불가능합니다.
It's impossible, sir.
왜 불가능하냐?
Why is it impossible?
난 달러를 벌어야
You know, I need to get dollars
세 가지 이유로 반대.
because of the three reasons.
첫째 거기는 날씨가 너무 덥습니다.
The first reason is there is extremely hot.
60도가 넘는 이 살인적인
The weather is 60 degree above.
일할 수가 없어요.
You know, at all they cannot work.
그리고 두 번째
You know, the second reason,
거기는 사막에는 물이 없어요.
in the desert there is no water.
물이 있어요.
They must have water to do the work.
그리고 세 번째
But third reason is
거기는 술과 여자가 없어요.
there is no women, there is no alcohol.
세 가지로 반대해요.
Because of the three reasons they opposed.
그래서 대통령께서 누구를 부르냐면
You know, the president, that's why he called someone,
현대그룹의 지용진 회장.
the chairman of Hyundai Group.
내가 장관들을 보냈는데
And I sent the ministers,
세 가지 이유로 결사.
but because of the three reasons they extremely opposed me.
나는 달러를
I needed the dollars.
그래서 우리 국민들 배부르게.
I need to feed my nation.
난 해외에서 우리가 죽더라도
Though I die in abroad,
우리 후손들에게는 이 고통을 못
to our next generation, we cannot inherit this hunger and pain.
그래서 이 정중 회장이 사우디 현장을 갑니다.
So that's why this Chairman Jung, he went to the Middle East.
갔다 와서 보고 그랬습니다.
After he came back, he reported,
가 너무 좋습니다.
His Excellency, the prison is too nice.
우리는 달러 많이 벌.
We got a lot of dollars now.
대통령이 깜짝 놀랐어요.
He got surprised.
야, 이 사람은 날씨가 60도가 넘지
You know, the weather is 60 degree above.
각각 됩니다.
It's possible.
우리는 낮에는 잠자고 밤에 일합니다.
Daytime we sleep, nighttime we work.
밤에 너무 시원.
You know, nighttime is too cool there.
그리고 중동 사우디 사막은 건설하기 가장 좋은 조건을
You know, the Middle East, they have such good condition for the construction works.
건설하려면 가장 첫 번째 조건이 모래와 자갈이 필요합니다.
To do the construction work, they need the sand and pebbles.
사막에는 모래가 너무 많고
You know, in the desert, there is a lot of sand and pebbles.
그리고 거기는 365일 동안 비가 안 옵니다.
For the 365 days, there is no rain.
365일 동안 일을 할 수 있어요.
During these 365 days, we can do the works.
365일 동안 달러를 벌 수 있어요.
And 365 days, we can get a lot of money.
대통령이 너무너무 행복했어요.
He was so happy.
근데 물은 어떻게 해요?
How about the water?
각각 그것도 됩니다.
You know, His Excellency, is possible.
물이 없으면 저 바닷물 많이 있어요.
If we have no water, we have a sea water.
바닷물 정수해서 먹으면
And the sea water, we change into fresh water, and we can take it.
대통령이 또 너무 행복해요.
And the president was so happy.
그러면 수와 여자는
How about the rich world and women?
그래서 더 됐어요.
You know, that's the reason it's too much good.
노동자들이 쓸데없는 돈 안 쓰고 100% 달러를 한국으로 보내.
You know, this labor work, they will not waste any money, but they will send Korea 100%.
그래서 우리나라가 달러를 벌 수 있어요.
That's the reason why Korea could get a lot of money from abroad.
우리나라가 중동 건설 사업에 뛰어들기 시작합니다.
So when that is the reason why we are able to go to the Middle East.
중동 사우디 사막에다 이 엄청난 정수 시설을 만들었어요.
You know, in the desert, in the sea, there's near the sea, they made such big plan to change the water.
엄청난 양의 물을 정수해서
You know, the tremendous water were changed into the fresh water.
이제 도시로 끌고 와야 된다.
Then now this water should brought to cities,
제주로 공사를 했어요.
and they made a construction for the pipe.
이 송수관 하나가 대형 똥포트로프다.
You know, this concrete pipe is bigger than the huge trucks.
무려 이걸 1874km 연결했어요.
You know, they connected this one 1,874 kilometers.
지구상에서 가장 큰 역사.
It was a historical construction in the world.
그래서 중동 사막에 어마어마한 도시를.
They made such wonderful city in the middle of the Middle
Wow.
East.
그래서 우리가 엄청난 달러를 벌었어요.
That's why we gained a lot of dollars.
자, 여기서
In that point,
장관들이 가지고 있는 마인드가 있었습니다.
the mindset that the minister had,
각하 마셔도 안 됩니다.
President, it's impossible.
물이 없어서 안 됩니다.
Because of there is no water, it's impossible.
누가 여자가 없어서
Because there is no woman and liquor, it's impossible.
이 생각을 가졌습니다.
They had this thought.
정주영 회장은
But the president, the chairman Jung,
됩니다.
it's possible.
낮에는 잠자고 밤에 일하면 됩니다.
Daytime we sleep, nighttime we do the work.
자, 일본에 가면 이 호이라는 물고기가 있는데
If you go Japan, you can find this fish, koi fish.
이걸 어항 안에 키우면 5cm가 8cm 자.
When they raise in the fish bowl, it grows up to 5 to 8 centimeters.
이걸 연못에서 키우면
But when it goes to and live in the pond,
25cm.
it can grow up to 25
이걸
centimeters.
강물에서 키우면
But when it goes to the river,
120원 대여가 됩니다.
it become 125 centimeter huge fish.
자, 이 똑같은 물고기가 어디서 자라느냐에 따라서 피레미가 될 수도 있고 대여가 될 수도
The same fish called koi, when it goes to the fish bowl, it can be very small, and when it goes to the river, it can be the big fish.
있고 우리나라를 퇴보시키는 사람도 있었습니다.
There were people who decreased the development speed of Korea.
그리고 우간다를 현재 퇴보시키는 사람도 있습니다.
Even there are some people in Uganda who are decreasing the development speed of Uganda.
그리고 우리 회사를 우리 가정을 퇴보시키는 사람도 있습니다.
Even in our workplace, even in our families.
그 사람들이 누굽니까?
Who are they?
주어진 일에 충실하고 살아요.
Those who only focus what is they must do in their work.
이게 장관들이 가지고 있는 마인드.
That was the mindset of the ministers.
장관들은 자기 생각이란 어항 안에 자기 스스로를 가둬놓고 살았어요.
The ministers themselves, they bounded by their own thought, which called peaceful.
날씨가 더워서 안 돼.
Oh, the weather is too hot, it can't.
물이 없어서 안 돼.
There's no water, impossible.
안 돼.
Impossible. Impossible.
우리도 우리 생각이란 어항 안에 우리 스스로를 가둬놓고 살다고
You know, there are many times that we bounding ourselves into this kind of thought of
이
fishbowl.
물고기는 자라지 않습니다.
That fish cannot grow more.
근데
But
정주영 회장은
this Chairman Jung,
모든 사람이 불가능하다고 하는
when all the people say that it's impossible,
공동건설 사업에 뛰어들었어요.
that construction work in the Middle East,
뛰어들어 보니까
he ran and when he tried,
뭘 발견하게 됐냐면
he found one thing.
우리 하나님이 우리에게 엄청난 능력을 주었다는 사실을 발견했어요.
He found that God has given tremendous power when we are challenging.
불가능한 상황 속에 뛰어들어 보니까
When he was challenging into the impossibilities,
그때 그 모든 문제를 해결할 수 있는 능력이 밖으로
he
드러났어요.
found the power that is coming from him which can solve all these difficulties.
하나님은 정주영 회장에게도
God to the Chairman Jung,
장관들에게
to the ministers,
우리에게도
to us,
세상을 뒤집을 수 있는 엄청난 능력을 줬어요.
to change this whole world, God has already given the tremendous
이
powers.
능력은 언제 나타나냐면
When this power can come out,
불가능한 상황 속에 뛰어들었어요.
when we were challenging to the impossible situations,
밖에 나타나.
that came out from us.
근데 아무리 많은 능력을 줬어도
But though we were given such many powers,
안 돼.
it's impossible.
불가능해.
It's impossible.
어려워.
It's difficult.
생각이라는 어항 안에 갇혀 있는 동안
When you are bounded by those thought of fishbowl,
아무 능력이 나타나지 않습니다.
the power will never comes out from you.
그래서 다윗이 나오고 골리앗이 나오고
That is the reason why the Saul and David.
사울은 골리앗을 만나서 피했습니다.
So when Saul king that he made Goliath, he avoid.
일하지 않습니다.
God never worked in him.
근데 다윗은 골리앗을 만나 부딪혔어요.
But when David met the Goliath, he crushed him.
하나님 골리앗과 싸워서 힘.
And he given the power to win against this Goliath.
마인드 교육이라는 것은
The mind education
하나님 우리에게 엄청난 능력을 주셨다는 사실을 깨우치는 거예요.
is enlightening that we had received the power from God.
이걸 깨우치게 되면
When you are enlightened,
어떤 어려움도 피하지 않습니다.
what kind of trouble and difficulty comes, you never avoid.
이제 우리는 마인드를 바꿔야 해요.
We need to change our mindset.
장관들이 가지고 있는 마인드
Those ministers' mindset,
안 돼.
impossible.
우리 없어서 안 돼.
No water, impossible.
안 돼.
Impossible. Impossible.
안 된다는 단어를 우리 마음에서 이제 지워야 해요.
We must erase impossible that were in our heart.
그리고 이 정재영 회장의 마인드 전환을 시켜야
And we need to transfer to the mindset of Chairman Jung.
됩니다.
It's possible.
낮에는 잠자고 밤에 밤에 일하면 됩니다.
You know, daytime we sleep and nighttime we do work.
물 없으면 바다면 전설이
If there is no water, we can change the seawater into the fresh water and we can use it. It's possible.
마인드를 바꾸는 거예요.
When that's how they change.
우리 마음에 안 된다는 단어를 지우면
When we erase the word impossible in our heart,
꿈같이 행복한 삶을 살 수 있어요.
we become the happy like dream.
아무리 많은 어려움이라도
Whatsoever the situation and difficulties come,
되겠다는 생각이에요.
and we have a thought that it's possible.
발 내딛으면
When we make one step,
하나님이 홍해 가운데 길을 열어.
God, how He opened the Red Sea, He opened the way.
신앙이 행복해질 수밖에 없어요.
And the spiritual life will be so happy.
제수자들 이걸 깨달으면
And when the inmates enlighten of this,
존재하지 않습니다.
they don't do criminals.
행복합니다.
Because they are happy now.
돈이 없습니다.
Because they have no money.
어려우면 피하는 거예요.
When they have difficulties, they avoid.
남들은 고생해서 돈 벌어서 월급 받아서 사는
You know, all the other people, they do hard working and they receive salaries.
어려운 일 안 해버린 거예요.
But they do not do those difficult works.
쉽고 돈 벌릴 수 있는 뭡니까?
You know what is the easiest way to get money?
남들이 벌써 돈 벌어는 걸 갖다 훔쳐
When they earn the money hard, they steal.
강도짓하고
You know, they rob.
사기치고
They just fraud them.
이렇게 사는 게 범죄자.
That's how they do. It's the criminals.
자기 이 속에 어마어마한 능력이 있다는.
Actually, they did not know that they have a tremendous power within themselves.
어려움 부딪히면 하나님 또 오시고.
But when they challenge themselves, God showed the powers.
저는 국제 청소년 연합을 통해서 이 교도소에서 이 마인드를 받아요.
During International Youth Fellowship, I had received this training, mind education training, in prison.
이 IF는 이 마인드 교육을 통해 젊은 청소년들의 마음의 세계를 마인드의 세계를 바꿉니다.
IYF is changing the youth mindset into the good possibility work.
제수자들 행복하게 만들고
They are making, we want to make people happy, youth happy.
누구든지 우리 신학교 가라.
Whosoever want to join our theology school, you can join.
마인드
You come to our mind education training.
마인드 교육 받은 다 마인드 바뀌는.
If you train mind education, your whole mindset will be changed.
이 교육을 받은 사람 앞으로 우간다를 이끌어.
Those who receive this training will lead Uganda.
저는 자신.
I'm really sure about that.
이걸 배우면 너무 행복해져.
When they are running this and training this, they feel so happy.
그게 목적입니다.
That is the purpose of training.
Wow. 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 This is a mouthful for those of you that have just joined us. This is my Big Sam. And I'm just enjoying this. I don't want this man to stop right there. Because remember where we started. If whatever you feed your mind. And he keeps on saying, there is nothing impossible to that one who has fed his mind, who is ready to transform your mind. Do you know how many times we fail in life because of the things that we think we can't do? The Bible says you can do all things. It did not say some things. All things through him that strengthen you. What have you done? 20 years old, you're still crying. 30 years old, you're still crying. 50 years old, you're still crying. There are people that are still crying that the country has gone through a very difficult time because of independence, because of Idi Amin, and you're forgetting that you need to transform your mind. Doctor, I'm so happy.
정말 목사님 행복합니다.
And this is what Uganda wants.
정말 이거 우간다가 원하는 것입니다.
This is what everybody in the whole world
정말
wants.
모든 세상에 있는 사람들이 원하는 것입니다.
Because if we change our minds
정말 우리의 마음을 바꾸면
about things,
정말 이 어떤 것에
we
대해서
will stop complaining.
우리가 이제 불평도 안 할
We
거고요.
will get things done.
우리는 이제 이 모든 것을 끝낼 겁니다.
What can we do to change our mind?
이제 우리가 마음을 바꾸기 위해서 무엇을 할 수 있을까요?
이 마인드 교육을 받으면 됩니다.
You just receive this training.
이 마인드 교육을 받으면
When you receive this training,
마인드가 바뀝니다.
your mindset will change.
So where's the training? How can someone access this training?
어떻게 하면 이 트레이닝을 받을 수 있고요? 할 수 있나요?
누구든 다 받을 수 있는.
Whosoever can take this training.
현재 우리가 대학교에서도 교도소에서도 경찰서에서도
Nowadays in universities, in prisons, in police officers, we are doing these trainings.
오늘 국회에서
And even in parliament we did today.
이번에 대통령께서 저희 설립자하고 면담을 하시고
Our president of Uganda met the founder in Japan.
정부 차원에서 본격적으로 마인드 교육이 실시가 될 거라고 생각합니다.
As a task of government, we will share the proceed this mind education in Uganda. That's what they promised.
우리가 발전하지 않는 것은 자원이 없어서는 건 아닙니다.
The reason why we won't develop is because we did not have resources. No.
우리나라는 커피가 안 나옵니다.
Even Korea, we have no coffee trees.
우리는 커피가 안 나오는데 커피 수출국 3위입니다.
We have no coffee trees and we have no coffee, but we are the top 3 exporting country of coffee.
커피는 아프리카는 남미에서 나오는데
If the coffee is in Africa, is in South America.
커피 원두를 수입을 했습니다.
We get the beans, the coffee
그
beans,
각 사람들의 입맛을 연구.
and we researched about the taste of each foreign countries.
독일 사람 입맛,
Germany's,
러시아 사람 입맛,
Russians,
아시아 사람 입맛.
Asians, they all taste our difference.
그게 딱 맞게끔 볶았어요.
According to their taste, we roasted
그래서 수출했어요.
and we exported.
우리나라 석유가 안 나옵니다.
And you know, we have no single drop of petroleum in Korea.
석유 원유를 사왔습니다.
We got the origin, the petroleum from outside,
정제했습니다.
and we reproduce,
그래서 수출.
and we now export.
우리나라는 자원 자체가 없어요.
You know, Korea, we have no natural resources.
국토의 70%가 산입니다.
You know, 70% of our territory are the mountains,
여기서 달러를 벌어와요.
and we must get the dollars from abroad.
자, 제가 가지고 있는 핸드폰 이게 삼성 갤럭시 9이에요.
It's a Galaxy Note 9.
작년에 우리가 샀거든요.
I bought it last year,
또 올해 갤럭시 10이 나왔어요.
but this year they made Note 10.
그럼 내년에 11이 나오겠죠?
But next year it will be Note 11, right?
근데 삼성이 전 세계 인터넷 기를 최고로 달리고 있어요.
You know now the Samsung is leading the world mobile industries.
근데 내년에도 이게 갤럭시 10이
But
나와요.
what if they make again this Note 10, let's say,
삼성 망하는 거예요.
you know, Samsung will bankrupt.
네.
Why?
했던 일을 또 하면 망하는 거예요.
What if they do same thing repeating, then they will bankrupt.
삼성은 끊임없이 새로운 일에 도전했어요.
But Samsung is challenging new things and new things.
Well, thank you so very much. I'm so delighted and so happy that this is happening the way it's supposed to happen. And transforming our mindset is just something that it's just everybody should know. But we want to find out, do we all have to come to Makshon Bay?
뭐
Or is there any space?
전부 다 뭐 막션베이를 가야 됩니까? 아니면은 어디에 이렇게 주소가 있나요? 가야 될 곳이?
저희들이 교도소마다 찾아가서 저희가 이 신학 프로그램하고 마인드아웃 프로그램을 하고 있습니다.
Now we are doing those prisons that we are visiting, and we are launching the programs that we have,
Okay.
우리가 찾아가서 하고 있습니다.
and we are visiting those prisons now.
그래서 우리가 제수자들이 이제 출소를 하면 아마도 우리가 갱생 보호소도 좀 질 것이고
When inmates are released, we want to have rehabilitation center for them.
그래서 마인드 교육만 가르치는 게 아니고
We want to train them, continue the mindset education
사회에 적응할 수 있도록
to let them
가르치고
be accustomed to society again.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Beloved, I don't know what to say, but I need you to go and tell your auntie, your koja, your singer, your aunt, your jaja, your mama, your papa, your siblings. Tell them that if you don't go for this training and you change your mindset, you'll still remain in the same place all the way. I want you to change your mindset. I want to see you next year on another level. If you want to see something different happening to your life, you got to change your mindset. I'm leaving you in this old life. I want to see myself change. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to see things different, and welcome to my next year. I'm going to be a very different person. This is Christian Focus with me, Big Sam, and of course, I'm so delighted that Dr. Kim is here to just give us that wonderful notch. Follow the Facebook link. Get to know what International Youth Fellowship is all about, and get to know how you can attend a class to change your mind. We'll see you again next time. Don't go away, because a lot of programs that are going to change your mind are yet to come. Thank you for watching UBC Christian Focus with me, Big Sam. Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Shaped beyond